Hello everybody, my name is Frank Pickering.
I'm Emily Pickering.
And I'm Abigail Pickering.
We wanted to spend a few minutes today chatting with you about the Children's Hospital of Atlanta and booty camp and Abby's experience prior to and after her surgery. And her surgery was
February 2017.
February 2017, and her birthday is on Tuesday. We're going to have a big party on Saturday. She's all excited and very shy, as you can tell. So Emily will talk a little bit about prior to surgery, and then we'll kind of go from there.
So Abby was born with an imperforate anus, and she was also born with a tethered spinal cord. So she had surgery for the imperforate anus at 4 days old, and then for the spinal cord a little under a year. So we had always dealt with incontinent issues. And it really came to a head when she started school. So, we had trouble with preschool. I had to be there all the time to make sure she could be in preschool and I could change her. And then once we got to kindergarten, the school was able to take over, but at some point we knew that we weren't going to be able to continue the way we were. She was having accidents daily. The surgeon, we were in Virginia, the surgeon just tried to make sure that she wasn't constipated. But as far as the incontinence issue, we weren't getting a whole lot of help. We moved to Georgia, still weren't getting a whole lot of help. And so I happened to just Google what we could do about incontinence issues in Atlanta. I thought Atlanta would have more help than we have here in Macon. And I happened to find that they were running a booty camp for Children's Hospital of Atlanta. I called them. Really, there were no questions asked. They just let us come in, and booty camp was fantastic. Do you want to talk about booty camp?
Yeah, well, we had known that there was always a possibility of having surgery. A couple years ago, Emily had researched and figured out we could have surgery, but we wanted to make sure that we had gone through every possible option. We didn't want to make a decision that really couldn't correct. So booty camp sounded like a funny place to go and learn about about Abby's issues. But we went, and I was nervous at first. We were obviously both nervous. All of us were. And it was a great experience. I probably shouldn't say this, but I remember that day one I asked, how many people fail booty camp? And they said very few people. We can usually get people working through medication and enemas and everything. But it turns out that we went through all that and we weren't good candidates for that, and it sounded like the surgery was going to be best for Abigail, and it has been incredible for us. But again, we wanted to make sure that every option, we had gone through every option before we had some surgery. But everyone up there was fabulous,
So
every single person that we met
this was
with.
the first time that we had really had any exposure to experts in the field, that we had dealt with anybody that was used to incontinence issues. These field of experts were completely new to us, and it was an incredible experience for us to be exposed to that, and for her to actually meet other people that had the same issues. We had never had that either. So it was amazing. Even though we sort of failed booty camp, it was still a great thing to go through. And
Well, I say fail, but in reality, it was the best thing that ever happened to us because we got to understand her issues a lot more. We had a solution that obviously makes her very happy. So we are huge fans of Children's Hospital of Atlanta.
just to talk to experts that had dealt with this day after day after day, I think was fantastic.
So we decided on surgery. I know that Abby was really nervous about that to begin with. We tried to explain to her what it was going to be like. And really the best thing that we had is YouTube. We were able to go on YouTube and Google other kids who had the same operation and what the chafe tube looked like and the button and everything like that. So that was invaluable for us because it put a visual to what was going to happen.
She has a cecostomy, by the way.
A cecostomy. So I think what we probably need to do is post some videos too that shows how to make the bag, how to do all that, because it really helped Abigail with the comfort level. Anyway, so she had the surgery. And then life since then has been quite wonderful. Every night we do a flush around 7 to 8 o'clock every night, and she's clean all through the next day. We've had, after a year and a half, we had probably
A handful of accidents.
Just a handful of accidents, and she really doesn't. Do you think about it anymore?
Do you ever worry about having an accident?
No.
No, and that was better than before, right?
her schoolwork has improved incredibly. She's much more outgoing. She has a much larger group of friends. She's trying things she's never tried before. She would never try to do anything competitive or anything where anybody was looking at her, and that has changed. So it's been a 180-degree turn as far as her personality and how she's excelling in school and in sports. I used to drop her off every day at school knowing that she would come home with an accident and wondering how other students were going to treat her. And I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's great.
So, sorry, Abby was insisting on having her best friend up here on the couch with her. This is Paco. Say hi, Paco. Yes, it's been wonderful. She's much more confident. Matter of fact, for her birthday on Saturday, we're having a singer come from Atlanta. Right after her surgery, her personality changed. She had so much more confidence, especially out in public. And this singer that's coming came to a festival in Macon, and she actually went up on stage with one of her friends and sang a song with him. And she never would have done that before. She's in cheer right now. She does gymnastics.
MGA cheer competition.
Yeah, so she's pretty competitive in cheer. She's a great athlete. We have a pool. She swims. I mean, I don't think that unless diving board. Unless we told you she had an issue, you'd never know. last school year, straight A's, and won the Citizenship Award, which is a peer award.
Citizenship. Wait, what?
Citizenship. Citizen.
Citizenship.
So she's done really well, and we are so pleased and happy with everything and how it's turned out. So we're just here to help anyone else who could use it, and if any parents want to talk to parents or kids want to talk to Abby, I think you'd be happy to talk to folks. Yeah, we get her button changed out every year.
Oh, what was the button? Oh yeah, it's in my stomach.
Yeah, so things have been really good, and thank you guys at the Children's Hospital of Atlanta, and hopefully we can help some other folks that are out there who don't necessarily know what their options are. And if you know what the options are, have a bunch of experts every single day kind of guide you along and help you make the right choice. Was wonderful for us.
I think our only regret was that we didn't know about it sooner. It took, in my opinion, far too long to learn about this and to know what options were available to us.
And we found it because Emily was Googling, just trying to figure out what was next for us. But it was a trying time, and she was not going to be able to continue to go to school. So I don't know what we would have done. So everything is wonderful now. You have anything to say? Are you happy that you had the surgery?
All right.
You are happy? Okay.
So thank you, Children's Hospital, for all you've done.
All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you.
Everyone say bye on 3, 2, 1.
Bye.